Hello everyone, Rain here, and welcome to my guide for Sohm. Sohm is the second new dungeon available in Heavensward, and the first that is required to progress the main scenario, accessed during the level 53 quest, Mourn in Passing. Some players have had a hard time finding their way to Sohm. To make your way to this dungeon, enter the Annex Shrine Tower, on the floor above the ground level, but before the top level, past the dragon Eskas is an exit to the north. Follow this exit through the caverns to reach Sohm. The bosses and chests in Sohm drop high 130 gear. I recommend hitting all of the coffers that you pass to maximize your opportunity to accumulate resources here. The first boss you will encounter, Raskovnik, is very reminiscent of and even shares a model with the turn 6 boss Rafflesia. However, Raskovnik is considerably easier. Raskovnik opens the fight with Acid Rain. Following a delay after the cast, Acid Rain places telegraphs around all players in the party. As soon as the telegraphs appear, move out of them to avoid taking damage. The party can stack to reduce the area the telegraphs take up, but this makes any one player getting hit much more dangerous, and the arena is large and free of any bulbs to interrupt your dodging, so as long as everyone is alert, spreading out shouldn't cause any problems. Raskovnik will also use Phyto Beam, a large column AoE that is easily dodged. Raskovnik's Sweet Scent ability will place a yellow marker over a player's head, designating them as the Devour target. After a few seconds, a few Dravanian hornets will spawn and the marked player will be targeted with a conal AoE that will draw any players or hornets in range towards the boss before it starts casting Devour. Simply run out of the Devour telegraph to avoid damage here. Any hornets or players eaten by Devour will give the Raskovnik damage up stacks, so avoid aiming the Sweet Scent cone towards the hornets. Raskovnik will then cast Spit, dealing unavoidable party-wide damage and expending its damage up stacks. Raskovnik will repeat this cycle while steadily adding more hornets to the mix until it is defeated. Myath is a simple boss with a few simple abilities. The first ability Myath will use is Razor Scales, a conal AoE that is easily dodged. The next ability Myath will cast is Primordial Roar, which deals party-wide damage and summons a combination of mobs, called Bloods of the Mountain and Rooms of the Mountain. Myath will then begin jumping around the arena eating the adds, casting Mad Dash after every ad it consumes. Eating a Blood of the Mountain will place a red marker above a player's head, and eating a Room of the Mountain will place a blue marker above a player's head. Mad Dash will deal heavy damage to the marked player at the end of its cast. On his second cast of Primordial Roar, Myath will also summon a Chime of the Mountain. If the Chime of the Mountain is not killed almost immediately, it will explode, dealing massive party-wide damage with an ability called the Last Song. Combined with Mad Dash, this damage can easily wipe a party and should be avoided at all costs. This process will repeat itself until Myath is eliminated. Players can kill the adds if they choose in order to mitigate Mad Dash damage, but quickly killing the Chime of the Mountain ad is the most important factor in this fight. Tioman is a dragon with amazing mechanics. The fight is more or less die at turn 9. Tioman will start by casting Chaos Blast, a multi-phase AoE that first places a small AoE circle under each player in the party, and then places 8 column AoEs through the center of the arena in the form of an asterisk. Simply move out of the void zones and avoid this damage to the best of your abilities. Tioman's next ability is Comet. 2 or 3 players will receive green marks, and after a short period of time, the green mark will disappear and the comet will begin telegraphing before finally landing. Comet damage is based on proximity to the landing site. In order to minimize the damage as best as possible, in a 2 comet situation, the marked players should form a straight line across the arena until the markers disappear, and then move to the center of the arena with the rest of their party. While moving to the edge of the arena in between the 2 comets would be ideal positioning, moving to the center will be more than enough mitigation to ensure you survive the comet impact. In a 3 comet situation, the marked players should form a triangle around the outside of the arena, meeting in the middle once the markers have disappeared. Even if mistakes are made, the party should simply do their best to avoid being too close to a comet impact to guarantee survival. At 50% health, Tioman will cast Heavensward, marking 3 players with an orange icon one at a time before blasting them with a low damage explosion and causing 4 medium-sized AoE circles to spawn in their immediate vicinity. To mitigate this damage, the marked player should avoid their party members until the telegraphs have all gone out. While casting Heavensward, Tioman will also become invincible and his wings will become targetable as the left wing of Tragedy and the right wing of Injury. After Heavensward, Tioman will cast Dark Star, dealing party-wide unavoidable AoE damage and granting itself a damage up stack. Tioman will continue to alternate between Heaven's Fall and Dark Star until both wings are destroyed, acting as a soft enrage as damage stacks accumulate and the unavoidable damage from both of these spells increases. Once the two wings are destroyed, Tioman's damage stacks will dissipate and it will return to its regular rotation of Chaos Blast and Comet. Congratulations on clearing Sohm. The pace is starting to pick up on the Heavensward dungeons, and this is one of the most exciting new dungeons we've seen in quite a while. Thanks for watching my guide, and if you liked it and want to see more of my Heavensward videos, please subscribe. I appreciate your support, and until next time, this is Rain, signing off.